What's good, you guys? We're back again with another video, and today we are here to talk about role players. But before we get into this video, make sure you like and subscribe, share with your friends. We drop weekly videos over here. I like to think that they are good videos. People tell me that they're good videos. So subscribe, share with your friends, and let's get into the video. What is an NBA role player? Now that is a question to me that really doesn't have no definition, because I even tried this out with my friends. I asked them what their definition of a role player, and literally everybody has a different definition. So it's really no right answer, just what you think is a role player. I think role players have very different meanings. So let me tell you what my definition of a role player is. The way I was taught basketball, the role players are the guys that help out the stars. And I think that are most of the guys on the basketball team. There's 15 guys on the basketball team. Most of the time, 14 of those guys are going to be role players. Now you get the outliers like Steph and KD, or Kobe and Shaq, LeBron and D-Wade, or Scottie and MJ. Just the two top tier all-time guys on one team. You get that anomaly, but most of the time it's one star, and then you have different guys around them that help them out. Now listen to me now and listen closely. With my definition, I have star role players. Let me tell you why. For example, right now in the NBA today, to me, James Harden is a role player. I know he's made all-star games over the years. I know he's still playing at a really good level, 21, I believe 6 and 10. I know those are very good numbers. But to me, as of right now, this is not the same James Harden we fell in love with in Houston, the same James Harden we even fell in love with in Brooklyn. This is not that dominant James Harden. He is there to complement Joel Embiid. Now, another good role player that I would say has the same job as James Harden at times, Malcolm Brogdon. But I will never in my life group James Harden with Malcolm Brogdon, because James Harden is still at this level as an all-star. Even though Malcolm Brogdon is doing a lot of the same stuff he's doing, it's not at the value that he's doing. But to me, they're both considered role players. James Harden is just a star role player. That's how I was taught what a role player is. You can have a different definition. You might think that's stupid. I'm sorry, that's just how I was taught. Another example, if you really don't understand. Klay Thompson, one of the best 3-and-D guys we have in this league still, and the D is a little bit gone, pause, but that 3 is still at the top tier, and he's just been that guy since he's came into the league. He, to me, is a star role player, has the all-stars, has the finals, the playoff experience, all that, the resume. He has all that to be a star role player. Now compare him to Desmond Bane, who to me is a very good role player, but he's just not at that star level right now. I still think Klay Thompson is still at that star level right now. So I would say Klay Thompson is a star role player, and Desmond Bane is just a very good role player. It's just about, I feel like it would be disrespectful to name some of these top of the top guys next to these lower tier guys, even though the lower tier guys are still good. That's just me. Maybe I'm like oversimplifying, oh, whatever that word is. Maybe I'm ODing on it, but that's just how, that's how I rank it, bro. I think even at times, like if we go back in the day, to me, Kyrie Irving was a role player. He just complimented LeBron James so well, but he was a star role player in my eyes. Another example to me, Paul Gasol was a star role player. Another example, Kyle Lowry was a star role player, even though they were the top, one of the top 2 guys on their championship level team. They were role players, but they were just the top of the top when it comes to role players. Now, normally other people's example, definition of role players, the guys is like not really all-stars. Some may be all-stars, but not most of the time. They're not really all-stars. They're just very good complementary pieces. That's the simple answer, and that's the simple definition. I get that. Me, like I said, I oversimplify shit. That's just me. That's what I do, bro. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to compare James Harden and Malcolm Brogdon, even though to me they're both role players. I'm not going to compare that. One's a star, one's a role player. That's very good, but one's a star role player in my eye. So like right now, a couple examples of star role players to me are guys like James Harden, Darius Garland, Kyrie Irving, Jamal Murray, Andrew Wiggins. Those guys are still stars, but their role is to complement the guys that are the big dogs, the #1 option. James Harden's job is to playmake for Joel Embiid, while also playmaking for everybody else. And at times when Joel Embiid is not scoring as much as she needs to, that's when James Harden will step up. Same thing with Darius Garland. He does the same thing with Donovan Mitchell. Kyrie's job is to be able to be that guy, that scorer next to Luka. That's all Luka needs, because he just needs somebody else to hold the ball when he's not doing it. That's why Kyrie's a role player. Same thing with Jamal Murray. Even though they at times Jamal Murray can play to like a superstar level, he is a role player, because most of the time, unless we're in fucking June, His role is to complement Jokic and does whatever Jokic needs him to do. Same with Andrew Wiggins. Matter of fact, take Andrew Wiggins out. Same with Draymond Green. Draymond Green is there for Steph Curry and Steph Curry only. And then he's going to make everybody else better by making Steph. Like, that's what a star role player. Those are the star role players. There's some more in the league, but those are the guys that kind of stand out to me. Now you got the mid-tier role players who are also very good role players that are actually do a lot. Bobby Portis, he's has to be the sixth man, be the scoring option off the bench, while also being one of the best, if not the best, rebounder on the team. Same thing, well, not the same thing, but Bruce Brown, he's asked to do a lot. Last year, he was asked to do a whole lot. That's why I feel like losing him was a big loss. He was asked to play, make, score, defend the best guy on the other side. He was asked to do that much. Same thing with Derek White. They kind of play the same role. Malcolm Brogdon was asked to score, to playmate, to be an off-ball shooter. Austin Reeves was asked to do scoring, playmaking, be an off-ball shooter. At times, even to defend the best guard on the other team. Those guys are the mid-tier role players that are also very good. They're just not at that star level. And then lastly, now mind you, all still very good role players. All the guys I'm naming right now are going to be very good role players. Now the last group that I have for my role players, like I said, I'll oversimplify shit. The specialists, guys like Herb Jones, who are, to some people, might be the best perimeter defender in the world. One of the most impactful defenders in the world. Buddy Hield, to some, other than Steph Curry, might be the best shooter in the world. Buddy Hield's an all-time shooter. Josh Hart, one of the best rebounders in the world. That is a small forward, a guard to some. Kevin Huerter, one of the best shooters in the world. Jared Allen, one of the best shot blockers in the world. Again, they're all very good role players, but they just have different jobs. That's why I won't really group them with the guys above them that we talked about in the beginning, the James Harden, Darius Garland, Kyrie Irving, Jamal Murray, because those are the stars. Even though they're still, to me, role players. That's just how I do it, bro. I don't think all this league is stars. Like, I don't think this league is just, I mean, not stars, superstars. I don't think this league is like 25 deep of superstars. You know, we have a lot of great players. Yeah, but most of these guys are like, they're role players. They're role players. They're there to complement the top guy. That's just how I do it. I'm sorry. If you don't agree with it, I'm sorry, man. But I just hope you enjoyed this video about how I rank my role players. Like I said, leave your definition down below to tell me what you think is a role player. But that's just how I was taught, man. I'm sorry. That's just how I was taught. Like, growing up, Pau Gasol was a role player. Very good at it. The best, one of, if not the best role player in the league. One of the best complementary pieces in the league. Still a role player. That's how I was taught. But like I said, I gotta be more freaking. Yo, the offseason is killing me. It's nothing to talk about. This video just came up because I was fucking watching Derek White highlights. And that's all I do. I just watch highlights now. So make sure you like and subscribe, share with your friends. Other than that, I'm gonna try to find something to drop this week. I'm gonna try.